Hello guys, and welcome to another video, and let's talk about lenses. Right, in this video I'm going to talk about the Canon EF 70-200 2.8L IS Mark II lens. It's a sharp lens, it's fantastic, but I'm going to tell you about my experience of using the lens in the field. I do have a 2x teleconvert, which I did have on because I was photographing a medieval jousting event in Leeds in West Yorkshire, and I had problems when I had this on, and it wasn't that this isn't any good or anything like that, but the light levels were so bad. It was raining heavily, it was overcast, it was dark skies, didn't stop raining all day, and basically having the ability to take the teleconverter off and use the main lens as it is, a 70-200 2.8, probably saved the day in terms of keeping my shutter speed as high as possible while maintaining a low ISO number. And my ISO ranged from 400, 800, 1600 while I was trying to get high shutter speeds, because I was trying to get action, because it's obviously a sporting event. And I had a feeling that if I had the 100-400 f4.5 to 5.6 Mark II lens, the shots I would have got would have been terrible. Now, I was going to take my Sigma 150-600 f6.3 lens. I don't think any of those shots would have been usable from that lens, not because it's a bad lens or anything like that, because the light conditions were so poor. You need to take into consideration the light situation when you go out and take photographs, guys, because if it's too dark to use those lenses, even an f4 lens, I've got this Sigma f4.5 lens here. I didn't even want to take that because when I looked at the sky, I thought it's too dark. I'm gonna get terrible results, Some cameras have high ISO performance. I just have a 7D, and it doesn't have the best low ISO performance out there like the Mark II does. But I can only use what I've got, and it don't matter what cameras you've got at home. The best photos you can achieve are the ones when you've got a camera on you, whether that be an SLR, an iPhone, a point and shoot. Sometimes the best shot comes when you happen to just have the camera on you at the time. But I just wanted to talk about the 70-200. If any of you've looked at my reviews of the 100-400 Mark II lens, you will know that I wasn't happy with the autofocus speed. I can tell you that the autofocus with the extender on, in terms of the speed, I wouldn't say it's any slower than the 100-400 Mark II lens. In fact, my personal opinion is it's slightly faster, even with the extender on. But the advantage of this is you can always take the extender off and then just use the bare lens 70-200. If action gets too close, for example, take the extender off, put that on, and you obviously got a wider lens, So that's why I think the 70-200 Mark II lens is better than the 100-400 Mark II. But this video is all about taking into account weather conditions. Is it a dark day? Are you going to be photographing early in the morning or late in the day? When the sun's rising and setting? Think about what aperture on your lens you need to use. You see, I was using 2.8 all the time. Yes, I wanted more depth of field at sometimes because the two nights that were jousting were one was behind the other, so always one will be out of focus unless I was using high depth of field, such as FA or something like that. The problem I had was it was so dark and the weather conditions so bad, I couldn't use an aperture of f8, so I relied on the 2.8 on this lens. So this is just a little video to tell you about this particular lens, my experience of using it, You know, yes, you can use teleconverters on it, no problem at all. In fact, Tony Northrup himself did a video comparing this combination with the 100 to 400, and he thought the results were more or less the same, if not slightly better for the 70 to 200. Obviously that's his opinion. Other people may have an opinion that differs from that. For me, the results are similar. I wouldn't say it's any worse than the 100 to 400. I've yet to check those results out, and I will do a further video where I compare it to the 100 to 400, because I've still got some pictures of the 100 to 400 Mark II, and I will bring those to you and just show you examples of, see if there really is a big difference between using this combination and the 100 to 400 Mark II lens. But this video was more about consider the weather conditions. Take the lens for the weather conditions. Yes, I could have taken out a 600mm zoom lens, or even a 500 f4.5 prime. However, I considered the weather conditions and I thought, right, it's so dark, I'm going to have to rely on a 2.8 lens. So, in terms of cost, let's check out prices on Amazon. There you go, £1,700. There's a rebate of £200, so that knocks it down to 15. However, if you consider eBay and are willing to look at grey imports, you can pick it up for between 13 and 1400. So you might save a couple of £100 on the price. Canon's doing this special offer at the moment, April 2017 presently, where you get cash back on cameras and lenses, but they've bumped the price up, so it's not really an offer. But I thought I'd put this out there, this information out there for you guys to make your mind up on what you want to do. But yeah, think about the weather when you take a lens out, and hopefully you'll get the results you need when you go out there. Thank you. Bye bye.